If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood.
Rise and shine, Devils fans. You're sitting on top of the NHL this morning on this beautiful Happy Devils Monday, October 27th, 2025. I know the Utah Mammoth is sitting right there, but tiebreakers are tiebreakers, one game in hand. Advantage to the New Jersey Devils. Hello everyone, this is Sam Wu. I'm smiling that the Devils are number one in the NHL after this weekend as they head over to Colorado for their West Coast swing. 4 games at hand. We're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Little chilly morning. Hope everybody is happy as they're going to work right now, because there's plenty to talk about in sports. Yesterday, in other news, Cam Scatteraboo having surgery on that dislocated right ankle, gruesome injury for the New York Football Giants. The Jets actually winning, but bittersweet day in Jetsland when it was announced that Nick Mangold passed away from kidney disease at the age of 41. He was entrenched in the community. Nick Mangold coached Del Barton football, lived in Madison, New Jersey. He was a great football player, and he was a big hockey fan as well. I know that there are pictures of him wearing a New York Rangers jersey, but, you know, hockey's hockey. But also in the news as well, the New Jersey Devils, 8-game heater. 8-game heater. And this streak that started after the season opener, after losing to Carolina, which, you know, by the way, they were in that game to the last 5 minutes when things unraveled. And something happened after that game. I remember doing the morning woo, thinking, same old Devils blowing it again. But this team, they know how to adjust, specifically adjusting defensively. The second period has been the adjustment period for the New Jersey Devils. Down 1-0, not a big deal. We'll just adjust. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to put up a couple goals against you. How about them apples? But this team is very resilient. They could have got down on themselves when Colorado tied it up 3-3 on that play. You know, don't want to harp on him, but he totally redeemed himself. But Nemec was just watching the play. A mental mistake, but easily correctable. And credit Sheldon Keefe for sticking with Nemec, who got the game-winning assist on Jack Hughes' goal in overtime to put it away 4-3 last night or yesterday afternoon. But what a victory over the Colorado Avalanche. And They're going to do it again tomorrow. We're going to have it covered. Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. And let's see how the Devils fare on the road. The Colorado Avalanche will have the home crowd, the altitude a little bit higher up in the Rockies. Let's see how the Devils do in that game before they take on the San Jose Sharks. One game at a time. Tom, happy woo morning to you all. 4 ex-Devils goals versus the Rangers. Yes. Calgary Flames beating the New York Rangers yesterday. Are the Rangers tanking for Gavin McKenna? No, I just think they suck. Chris Ladd says some members of the fan base are way too harsh on Nemec. Yeah, but you know what? The harshness in the beginning was a lack of effort. Remember, in the beginning with Nemec, he wasn't listening to coaches. He literally was not. He just did what he wanted. And he's your second overall pick. He just did what he wanted. But that all changed somewhere along the line last season, towards the end of the season. Not because he was playing better, but he was actually getting back into good habits. And he even admitted that, during the exit interviews, Nemec said that, he learned so much during the course of the season. He now knows what to do. And he proved that. Those weren't just words. Have you seen those off-season pictures that were put out on social media? He was conditioning. And he was taking it very, very serious. And, that's a good thing. Because now Nemec is all business. But just like all defensemen, it takes time to develop. It's a very, very fast and complicated game. Yet so simple. And remember, the best player in that draft, in my opinion, is Logan Cooley. And you had him at the second overall spot. Nemec was projected around number 5 to number 7 to be drafted. So it was a reach. And I think that's where the criticisms are coming from, the harsh criticisms. But whether they're fair or not, and I think mostly they're unfair, including myself, I think I unfairly harp on them just because, again, if I was GM, I would have went Logan Cooley all the way because at that moment, he was the best player in the draft. I thought he was the best player in the draft for first overall, to be honest. A mini Jack Hughes. And he's doing well with Utah. Have you seen Utah's record right now? 8-2. 8-2. Devils are 8-1. Devils with more regulation wins. That's why the Devils are number 1 in the National Hockey League this morning. But you can also make the argument that Nemec was part of that. 3 assists. When Logan Cooley had a hat trick a couple nights ago, I said, all right, Nemec, do something for me. Well, he got a hat trick of assists. And that's good enough for me because a goal is a goal. But right now, the New Jersey Devils are heading to the West Coast. Brett Pesce is going to be out for a bit. Obviously, they're not really disclosing too much about Brett Pesce and his injury. But a couple switcheroos here. The Devils have assigned Nico Dawes to the Utica Comets. Jacob Markstrom is going to make the trip. Out to the West Coast, should be interesting when they will play Jacob Markstrom. With Brett Pesce out. Seamus Casey, after only playing one game with the Utica Comets, will be rejoining the New Jersey Devils on the upcoming trip. Because right now, Sheldon Keefe said that Brett Pesce is not great and will not be on the trip out to the West Coast. New Jersey Devils. This is great, folks. New Jersey Devils are number 1 in the National Hockey League. And it's October 27th. This was a tough start to the season, this schedule. And it's still pretty tough. Can they win the next 2 games in October to really close it out? They've already seen the Colorado Avalanche. They've already seen the San Jose Sharks. Can they clamp it down and close it down and go 10-1 in October? They certainly can. And then you got your back-to-back games in LA and Anaheim. Both teams that you have to take seriously. South Fork Yeti says, best part of waking up is morning woo in your cup. There you go. There you go. Like that. I'm going to have to steal that line if you don't mind. Because I've got a surprise for you folks. At the end of the morning woo, I have another music for you. I'm sure the Jack Hughes on Fire has been a great hit. We've been blasting it off the big stage at American Whiskey Game Day Live. But I got one for Nico Hischier because Nico Hischier has been amazing. He is Selkie quality. But you look at Jack Hughes, he's doing the same thing. He's much better defensively. Who would you make MVP of the New Jersey Devils? That's a good question. I mean, Jack Hughes is scoring game-winning goals. Jack Hughes is doing a lot of great things. But Nico Hischier shutting down elite players while getting a point a game, while having the highest amount of high danger chances according to the analytics. And I'm not an analytics guy, but when they're in my favor, I'll be an analytics guy, or at least pretend to be. But Nico Hischier, the captain, is having that same impact like Sasha Barkov of the Florida Panthers, who is now injured. But Nico Hischier, the first overall pick in the 2017 NHL draft, became a young captain during COVID and seen some really tough times. He used to take a beating every night, because he had a target on his back, because he was the young captain. Says, welcome to the NHL, kid. You want to lead this team? But man, has he matured. And we knew that he was coming into this season very determined. You could just tell during preseason. He came in jacked. Wasted Youth Caper says, morning Sam from Sydney, Nova Scotia. Well, happy Devils Monday to you. And I think Little Fireboy is from Nova Scotia as well. It's great to have fans around the world, say hello, and happy Devil's Monday to you all. Steve Tartar says, woo! South Fork Yeti says, we thought we'd take a beating this month. I thought so too. It was a tough schedule. And after that first game, I'll admit, after that first game against Carolina, the Devils did play pretty well, though. But they made the adjustments. Even when eventually the Devils are going to lose the game. Believe me, Sheldon Keefe is going to make the adjustments. And this is a good thing, and here's why. In years past, and I'm talking about the Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes era, in years past, when the Devils would get on a losing streak, they really get down on themselves, and they sometimes at points they couldn't stop they couldn't stop the bleeding when they put the Band-Aid on it. Now, Sheldon Keefe era, oh no, they make the adjustments. No matter who's in the lineup. You know, the Devils seriously have had a lot of injuries to start this season. Now Pesci. Obviously, they started off the season with Kovacevic out. Seamus Casey was out for a while. Now he's coming back to the team. Danilov goes out after the first game. The Devils have to use Palat. By the way, can you tell I haven't sent it out yet? That jersey. John Phillips, 6194, morning from Toronto on the job site. Let's go, Devils. There you go, John Phillips. We love our workers at job sites here on the Morning Woo. Oh, my goodness. Good morning. Happy Devil's Monday to you. Steve Tartar says Shaw has helped with the gap coverage and clogging middle. Yeah, you got to be a disruptor defensively. 8 in a row on Real, Covey, Dad, Markey, and Glass not even in the lineup. It is unreal. It is unreal. Yeah, and Nason missed a lot too. You're right, Tom. Happy Devil's Monday to you, Peter Seifert. It was a strong win yesterday, and it was a statement to the league that this team can play with heavyweights. Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, they're great players. And they've won a cup. Even Gabriel Landeskog, who is still trying to get himself back. Woo Wagon, happy Devil's Monday to you. So I want you all to take this day when you go to work, whether you're a healthcare professional, which we love here on the Let's Go Devils podcast and Morning Woo, or a janitor, or a construction worker, a banker, a lawyer, whatever you do, even a student, take the day and have a victory lap. A victory lap. That's something to talk about at work. That's something to talk about with your clients. How about them Devils? How about those New Jersey Devils? Now starting to hit their stride. Top of the National Hockey League. Sounds good, right? Does it sound good to be true? Well, it is true. Got news for you. That's what's happening right now. And milk it today for all it's worth. The Rangers lost to the Calgary Flames, 4 ex-Devils scoring. Sharangovich, Pickles, Ball, And who was the other one? Forgot. Take that victory lap today and just make sure. I'll be wearing my Devil's cap just to make sure the whole world knows that the Devils have arrived. Wasted Youth Caper says, me too, buddy. Here at work, listening to one of the best Devils info man on the net. Ace for Run from the Devils is one of the best too. You guys make my work day fly. Yeah, I like Ace. I should probably reach out to Ace. Good guy. Good guy. Let's see here. Yeah, and you got to remind every Rangers fan. That's right, Steve Tartas. But I got to get to work now. I started a little late. I had to do a little chores for Mrs. Wu before I got into this podcast. But I want to end this podcast with a new song debuting today as the Devils are in the midst of an 8-game winning streak. Made this last night in tribute to Nico Hischier, the best captain in the NHL. And I'm going to exit this Morning Woo podcast with a ceremonial sip with my highly caffeinated beverage and toast you, the Devils fans, that deserve to be number one, numero uno, lonely on the top, looking down at the NHL, that we are number one. We are going to beat you. And we are going to march our way to the Stanley Cup Finals. This team has what it takes. And I want you, the Devils fans, to take a victory lap today. And I'll drink to that. You like the real sound effects? Okay. All right, without further ado, closing the podcast with Nico, and make sure you start blasting it in your car to work today. Happy Devils Monday to you.
Nico, oh no, he's the captain, let's go. Hey, oh baby, Nico, let's go. From Switzerland he came to skate, number 13 is feeling great. Puck on a stick, he'll make him pay. Devils on fire night and day. Nico, oh no, he's the captain, let's go. Hey, oh baby, Nico, let's go. He digs left, spins right, crowd goes wild in the red light. Face off king, he wins them clean. Nico's the heart of the Devil's machine. Nico,